ATN, the Adventist Television Network. My name is Tracy Villamil, and I'll be your host this afternoon, walking you through what's really happening here at the Belize Civic Center. And one of the first things we want to highlight, we were able yesterday to talk to some administrators, some doctors. Today we have actual footage of walking around at the different booths, so you'll be able to see the patients or the guests that come. And I wanted to interview Dr. Ken Mindoro, who's joining us here today, all right? So stay with us, share this video, and make sure that you yourself, you get access to the services here at the health clinic. All right, so once again, we're here at the Belize Civic Center. We're open 9 to 5. We have most of our guests or patients coming in before midday so that they can be processed before 5 o'clock. And we're doing gynecology and women's health. We have dental care. I think we do some imaging and labs related to your health, depending on what that is. We have general medicine, and then we have pediatrics as well. So I'll ask Dr. Ken to introduce himself, tell us a little bit about maybe why you decided to be a volunteer for this mission trip, so to speak, and what you do, what's your specialization as a doctor here?
Yes, so I'm a family medicine physician. So actually, most people think of us as general practitioners, but we actually have specialized education in caring for families beyond what general practitioners are trained to do.
That's what I thought initially when you said family medicine. I said, oh, so you're a general practitioner. So,
yes.
yeah,
so it's not exactly the same.
Thing.
There's a lot of overlap, but it's not exactly the same.
And what's one of the differences that distinguishes the family medicine specialization?
We have an extra 2 years of training after graduating medical school.
Okay,
yes.
And you focus on maybe what's one of the focus that's different or that's in addition to general prep?
So with family medicine, the way we joke about it, from the cradle to the grave, we take care of everyone from infants all the way to the elderly and everything in between.
Perfect, beautiful.
Yes.
So we'll definitely benefit from having Dr. Ken here with us. Why did you decide to join the trip? I know that there are over 200 doctors that came to be a part of this experience. What inspired you to be a part of this trip?
My family and I have long been committed to missions. We go on mission trips every year. And with Granite Bay and the Amazing Facts team, this is our 5th trip with them.
Okay, but not to Belize. This is the first time in Belize?
This is my 2nd time to Belize.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
that means
the first trip was about 20 years ago.
Oh, so Belize was definitely different.
Yes, very much.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Can I ask where you're from? I didn't ask that.
Our home church is Granite Bay in California, in the United States.
Right, right. And so this is your 2nd trip to Belize.
Yes.
Is there anything particular about Belize that you like? We'll get to the medical part.
Other than the fried jacks?
Oh, fried jacks, all right.
Yes. I love Belize. The people here are very warm and welcoming. We loved it last time, and we actually really look forward to coming back this time. And it's been a great experience being here. Yes.
Did your family get to join you on this trip, or you just came?
Every trip I go on, we try to bring the entire family, so my wife and my children.
Your wife and children are here. It's lovely to have you, Dr. Ken. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience with the patients that come in? Maybe the types of patients you see, men, women, and some of the common issues that they've come in for?
Very typical: diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. One thing that we do find, and especially on these mission trips, is many people have also spiritual needs and mental health needs as well.
Spiritual and mental health.
I've met some patients with anxiety, or they have troubles at home with their family. And it's good for them to come here because we're not only ministering to their physical needs, but we're able to pray with them as well.
Amen. Amen. Beautiful.
Yes.
You know, and that's why these types of experiences, these initiatives, these health expos are so important for evangelism as well.
Yes.
Because I know that these are some issues that patients face. But when you said it just now, it makes it very clear that they do come in, you know, with mental health issues, with spiritual issues, which sometimes manifest as a side effect in terms of the medical and health issues. So have there been any challenges in your experience so far coming here in Belize, being a part of because this takes a lot of effort. Has it been taxing on you? What have been some of the challenges you faced? And then maybe what are some of the highlights, some of the good experiences you've had so far?
Challenges, I won't say that it's easy to be here. It took a lot of work and organization to put things together, but our team has a lot of experience, and this has actually been one of our smoothest trips putting things together. The facility here is excellent.
Excellent.
And the local church has been very supportive also. And that definitely makes for a big difference in terms of the impact that we have when we can hit the ground running from day one. We've just had very good support from the local church here.
Good. So you mentioned your highlights right away. We have good support. That's good to hear. So we're going to hear from some of the patients a little bit later on. But Dr. Ken, I just want to say that this is truly an amazing experience for Belize. It's not historic, it's not the first time, but it's one of the first times that we've been able to use this facility and to have the support to this extent, as you've said before. So we look forward to having you come again before 20 years from now, because this has truly been a blessing. So thank you for volunteering your service and your specialty. It's definitely one of the talents that God has blessed you with. And we're glad that you decided to share it with the Belizean populace here.
Thank you. We praise God for these opportunities and look forward to more in the future.
Amen. Amen. So before you go, I want to remind you that we're at the Belize Civic Center, and you've just heard from Dr. Ken Mindoro, one of the volunteer specialists who specializes in family medicine. And so we want you to come out. We're here from 9 to 5, and just after this, we're going to show you a video. One of our first, I'm not going to show you a video, but we're going to walk through. So I have my co-host, Clifford Perfeet, who's been doing the walk around, so you can really see the patients. You haven't seen them. Yesterday, you've seen the Civic Center, you've heard about the AC, you've heard about how smooth it's been running, but you haven't really seen what's happening here. And so today we want to walk around, show you some of the booths, show you some of the patients and what's happening. So one of our first clips, I'm going to go over to Clifford so he can tell us about some volunteers from MOVE, all right, the mission and training school that we have in Orange Walk. It's a missionary and evangelistic effort. And so they have volunteers represented here as well. And they're at one of the health booths. And so I'm going to take it over to Cliff so he can tell us a little bit about those group of volunteers and what they've been doing here so far. So thank you for joining us. Let's go over to Cliff.
All right, I am here in the Civic Center for the Amazing Facts Health Expo. And I am joined by two lovely ladies here who are doing all they can to help all of us who are here. To my left.
Hi, my name is Anna.
And to my right.
My name is Cherise.
All right, let's start off with Anna. Anna, can you tell me a little bit about what you do at the booth?
Sure. So basically here at this booth, we're talking a little bit about the benefits of sunshine and exercise.
Oh, okay.
And we just talk about how you can make exercise fun. It doesn't have to be boring.
Yes.
And when you mix sunshine and exercise, it helps you so you can sleep better and you have a better overall health.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. I do find exercise to be a little bit tedious sometimes, and there are times that I find it unable to go into the sun, but as you were mentioning earlier, it doesn't take a lot, right?
It does not take a lot. It could be walking. If you like playing sports, you could go and play soccer.
Mm-hmm. And just a little bit of walking in the sunshine can help?
It can help improve your overall health, and maybe you can build up from there and start doing more challenging things.
All right, thank you. And what kind of people have you been talking to those that come at your booth?
A lot of different people. I've talked to some people who look like they're in pretty good health and some people who look like maybe they could use a little bit of help. But everyone seems very receptive. They all seem very friendly. And yeah, it's been a great experience.
All right, thank you. Now, let me ask Cherise one question. All right. Cherise, I noticed that you guys have this logo on your left. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, so MOVE is a training school, missionary training school in Orange Walk.
Oh.
So about an hour and a half away from here.
Uh-huh.
And it's a 3-month intensive training course that we do. So we learn various things. We take missionaries, they train them how to be missionaries. And then we also get an elective where we get to learn about health or education or mechanics, various things like that. So Anna and I are both in the health elective, which is also why we're here as well, helping out. And then when you finish your 3 months, then you go and you get to choose where in the world. It could be anywhere in the world, and you serve for 6 months.
Anywhere?
anywhere in the
Wow,
world.
that's quite an opportunity.
So then, as you can see here, as we pass by, there's some people talking about temperance, there's water, rest, people are giving massages, and we're just talking about the 8 laws of health.
Yes, and I believe your booth is nutrition.
It's nutrition, which is
Yeah.
over here. So there's also some magazines here that we're passing
Yes.
out, just talking about some nutrition. So nutrition then is very important, right? To
Yes.
have a healthy, balanced
Yeah.
diet. So here we have there's some posters, some very pretty, colorful things. We've been playing some games with some
Yes.
people, taking like these various things that maybe we eat on a daily basis. You know, for example, like Coca-Cola. How much sugar do you think how many spoons of sugar do you think is in Coca-Cola?
I would say 4.
4? Well, really, Michael, you want to measure it out for him? We'll have Michael measure it out. So in one small Coca-Cola, that's like the 600 mils, you might think there's four spoons. Really? Michael's going to measure it out, but there's 12 spoons of sugar in one little
Wow.
thing of Coca-Cola.
I was undershotting it by a lot.
So, you know, if somebody were to melt that and give that to you, would you be like, yeah, I'm willing to drink that?
No,
Right?
no,
But that's
no.
what people are doing on a daily basis. Just that with
Wow.
drinking a Coca-Cola. Then maybe you drink some cake or you eat some chips with that. You
Yeah.
know, you're pretty much going to eat that whole thing of sugar right there.
Oh,
So then
wow.
we talk about, you know, some of the causes of what sugar can do on your body, and then how you can make that a more balanced diet, and how you can prevent those things, and just how to live healthier and feel better, and so you can go out and serve God. You know, we're called to serve God, and we don't want to give God our worst. We want to
Yeah.
give God our best, right?
Yes.
And so through taking these 8 laws of health and the principles that are given to us, we can go and we can do our best to serve God.
Wow. Well, I've been learning a lot from you guys about the 8 laws. Thank you guys so much for telling me the benefits of nutrition, exercise, and sunshine. Well, I already know I like to eat, but I need to focus on my sunshine and exercise. I'm an indoor student, so I have to make the best. Well, thank you, Sharice, for telling me.
You're very
Thank you,
welcome.
Anna. It's been a pleasure talking to you both.
Thank you for coming out today.
Yes, and I'll be seeing you guys around some other time, all right?
All right. God bless you guys.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Cliff. So you've heard from the volunteers from Move. Tomorrow we should have representation, all right, from that ministry. So you can hear a little bit more about what they're doing there in Orange Walk and how you can be a part of that effort as well. And so if you're not familiar, the New Start is the Seventh-day Adventist principle for lifestyle change and health. So we have nutrition, we have exercise, the W is for water, ST, sunlight, temperance, A is for air. And so it's just some basic things that we find in our environment, that we have access to rest, that we want to be able to capitalize on so that we can make those lifestyle changes. So when you come here at the health fair, one of the health expo is sort of like a health fair as well. And so we have our medical practitioners, but we also have volunteers that are dedicated to training and education as well. And so up next, we want to hear from Dr. Cornelius Marfield. Maybe you've heard of him before, but he's a long-standing doctor from the Seventh-day Adventist faith. He is a trained medical missionary worker as well. He is a naturopath, so he's going to tell you a little bit about how that's different from a medical practitioner. He's also a certified massage therapist, and he's a hydrotherapist, right? So we're gonna hear from Dr. Marfield. I'll take it over to Cliff so we can hear what he's doing at his booth here this afternoon.
All right, we're still here at the Expo. Now I'm joined with Dr. Marfield, or as you can see his name tag, Dr. C. And Dr. Marfield, you told me that you were asked to be,
And
part of in charge of managing
the
the
3
whole
months may
Expo.
come
How
out.
did that
So
come
one,
about?
So we had an expo actually in Sand Hill recently, and the president wife, Dr. Powell, said, we would really like some assistance with this part of the medical brigade, which is the health expo and the New Start in particular. So I said, sure, I will donate some of my time this week.
All right.
So we are here to help. We have a team from
Oh, wow.
Move and some therapists that get some training in the chair massage, and myself,
wow.
I'm here at the temperance booth in particular, and I'm dealing with diabetics, especially for this 3-4 days that I will be here.
All right. So can you tell me a little bit about temperance and how you help that with diabetics?
So temperance, as we know it, is being judicious in what is good and abstain from anything that is harmful. And we know, like sugar, for example, where our body do need glucose, but if we get it from the wrong source, which is like refined sugar, Coca-Cola, etc., that could be harmful to a diabetic. So we try to show diabetes management by getting more high fiber food, getting more the high carbs, and more things that will not bring and spike up the sugar.
Okay. So can you tell me one thing that you have noticed so far for the people that came in?
So in terms of the diabetics that I have attended to, we see a lot of our diabetics still suffering from what we call neuropathy. Several of them came with feet issues. So they're having foot issues, particularly with neuropathy, which means that the nerves are being damaged. And we are also seeing a vast amount of people with poor circulation. So when we press them at the feet, we would see that the blood is not flowing properly. And even with the prior medical checkup show that some of their sugar are elevated. So yes, we have been trying to do some consultation and some general information as to how they can get their sugar down. Apart from maybe doing their meds and monitoring, they need to do some lifestyle changes. And that's what we have been addressing at this booth in particular.
Yes, and can you share some of those lifestyle changes that you have been recommending?
So for one, we know that you got to cut down some of the sweet stuff that we love in Belize, right? Our plate is very high carbs. We have a lot of carbs, rice, bread, you know, flour. We have a lot of that. So we got a portion size. So actually they went so fast. We had one where we had a portion size to show that they can cut down their carbs significantly. That's one. And then two, we also emphasize the need for more movement. We know a lot of Belizeans are pretty sedentary. So the more action and movement we have and activities in one's life, we tend to burn the sugar more. Also drinking a lot of water. The more water intake, the more you urinate. So we had a booth beside here emphasizing water as well. And then of course getting good night rest. Stress can be very hard on the whole system of how our body metabolizes food. And also you have an increase in spikes of sugar as a result of stress. So all of these are some of the lifestyle changes that we have been suggesting to help with people managing their diabetes level.
Yes. Well, thank you, Dr. Matthew.
It's a pleasure.
So much.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
I've learned so much from you, and continue doing what you're doing.
Yes.
I think all of us who are here really appreciate it.
I appreciate that too. Yes. Thank you too.
Yes, sir. All right.
And Dr. Marfield, so you've heard from our doctor that we kind of lead a sedentary lifestyle here in Belize. We're seeing a lot of diabetics come in, and so our team are meeting with them. They're doing their best to encourage lifestyle change. All right, Dr. Marfield is a licensed naturopath. So that's what that means, that they're emphasizing lifestyle changes. Everything is not about pumping us with, pills and medication, but as Seventh-day Adventists, what's important is that we have our evangelistic arm and we also have our health arm. That's very important. And so when our patients leave here, the guests that come in, we want them to be encouraged and empowered to make those lifestyle changes as well, right? So Cliff, thank you so much for that. And we're so grateful for your expertise as well, Dr. Marfield, and all that you do to contribute to health evangelism in Belize. We want to move on to Mr. Derek. He's one of our team of volunteers, and so he's going to walk us through when you come in. He's one of the first persons that you meet after registration, and so he's at the Vitals booth. And so let's see what happens there. As soon as you come in, you're greeted with warm smiles, and they take really good care of you. So Cliff and Dr. Derek, let's hear from them.
All right, so now we are here just at the entrance of our Civic Center, and just after you guys have registered, this is where you come and you meet Mr. Derek. Now, Mr. Derek, can you tell us about what you do here?
Absolutely. When you come to see us here in the vital section, we get some basic readings. So for example, you can step up on my scale and we get a reading in kilograms. Our doctors and pharmacists may make medication recommendations, so we have to have it all in metric. After we get your reading, we jot that down. At the same time, we take your temperature. You're in a good range.
All right.
Good for you, man.
Now, is my weight in a good range?
And then we have you in kilograms. I don't read metrics so well, so for folks that want it in poundage, we have them go on our second scale, which is in pounds, if they're tracking for themselves. And then we have you come over to the wall here. You can stand with your back to the wall.
All right.
We
I have
give
been
it.
meaning to get my height checked.
We've gotten a height reading in centimeters. We have 171 for Mr. Cliff.
171 centimeters.
We jot that down.
All right.
And then they're going off to see the nurses next to get their blood pressure readings and blood glucose measurements.
All right.
So you already completed the first step. with
Wow,
us.
so easy.
Yeah, it's simple.
not so much of a hassle.
No, we get folks moving along pretty quickly.
All right. Now, is there anything that you have noticed irregular based off of weight, height, temperature readings? Anything irregular that you've noticed today?
Well, not so much to the readings themselves, but a lot of folks come in with concerns about their health in general.
Oh.
Some of them are expressing some anxiety and fear about that. So we try to reassure them, hey, this entire team is going to be moving you on down the line, and they all care about you personally.
All right.
They're going to be addressing your concerns today. And a lot of times that helps get folks off on the right foot and feel like someone cares. Someone's
Yeah.
addressing my concern.
Especially because you guys are one of the first few that they see, and it helps to reassure them that they're not here to be judged or to be ashamed, but
Exactly.
because people, they really want to help them. They care about them. That's why they're really here doing this.
That's what we hope they get from it.
All right.
We want to make a good first impression.
Yes, and you already made a good impression on me.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Derek.
My pleasure, Cliff.
Yes, thank you too.
All right. God bless you all.
Right, so Mr. Derek said that, when you come in, we could tell that you have your concerns, but those are quickly abased when you meet the team, because we're all smiles and we encourage you. Although you have to take your little vitals first, it's such a good experience to come in and know that you're being taken care of. All right, so I'm glad that he mentioned that sometimes we experience anxiety and we're unsure about, if our concerns are going to be met. But when you come in, as you can see, you're met with a friendly team. We make sure that we do the vitals and we prepare you for the doctor so that everything is in place. So you really have a good experience when you come here. And so I want to move on to part 2. So you take your vitals with Mr. Derek, and then we meet Miss Debbie and Miss Chantel, who's responsible for glucose, blood pressure, and we want to hear about their experience moving the patients along, right? So when you come, Mr. Derek said, we're organized. You get moved along pretty quickly. There's not a bottleneck, and so it's a pretty reasonable experience. Even though you're here a while waiting, we do our best to move the patients along, all right? So back to you, Cliff. Let's hear from Miss Debbie and Miss Chantel.
All right, we are right down the line, as we have seen that after the folks have been registered, they get their height, their weight, their temperature checked, and then they come down this line where they meet Miss Debbie and Miss Chantal.
Yes.
Oh, I got it right. All right.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So, can you tell me about what you guys do here?
You want to start? You can start.
All right.
And
So
I'll do this.
we are taking vital signs.
All right.
So the vital signs are super important in painting a picture of kind of like a big view of what could be going on with our patients. And so the first thing we do is our blood pressure here.
I'll be.
Yeah, you can be our patient.
Yes.
So we take.
So when the people come in, this is what they will see,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
that they'll be experiencing.
Yeah. So the first thing is the blood pressure, and we also take the blood sugars as well, and
This takes a few minutes.
Yeah.
the heart rate. Those are like the main things.
Yeah.
Here, what else can you tell them, Deb?
And we'll ask them what may be the main thing that they've come here before. We'll also talk to them about their history, medical history, to give some background, and it's like blood pressure. We also do I think it's at the other table, but it's a pulse ox that tells how good they're taking in oxygen, oxygen saturation, and it's just a simple thing to stick on the finger,
Oh.
and it will tell
Oh.
what their
That's interesting.
it'll do heart rate and
Oh, wow.
oxygen saturation, that they're breathing and getting enough oxygen. So that's good. And then we also check their glucose, their blood
Oh.
sugar. And we have a little monitor to do that. And we also poke their finger to get a blood sample. Pretty not very invasive.
Okay.
But still, it's a little poke.
Yeah.
The kids have been really good.
Really?
They'll either giggle or, you know, say ow, but
Well, they're putting me to
they're
shame.
being good. They still end up smiling.
Well, they're putting me to shame because I'm not a fan
So
of
that's
needles.
the main thing. We do talk about what is going on with them, and they can tell us their chief complaint or their pain, and then also their history.
Okay.
And we do it for dental work
Oh, dental
as well as medical.
Okay. So has there been anything today that you have noticed based on the people that came in?
Well, it's a big deal with either being diabetic and having their blood sugar. There's been a few that have been high, and so we need to. They still see the doctor, but they may get education, you know, and how to better care for themselves. And diabetes just plays such a big part because it affects the eyes, the feet, the extremities, heart attacks, strokes.
Wow.
So if they can maintain by a balanced diet and exercise, they can live through all that.
Oh, wow.
Not have those problems.
Yeah, I've spoken to one of the other doctors and they did mention that diabetes is something that they have been seeing.
Yes.
You know, Dr. Marfield, he was telling us that there are many ways that we can, I would say, preventive measures for diabetes.
Yes.
Yes. So this has been really educational. I feel like what you guys are doing here.
Yeah. And people can live with it, but it's getting that balance.
Yeah.
And knowing that they can have a balance and not get into worse disease.
Yeah.
Something I've noticed is that we have a lot of people who are coming from pretty far away places. I was amazed. There was like one lady who woke up at like 4 this morning to catch the bus to come over here. And I was like, wow, well, I'm glad you're here. And it's just been really fun just meeting everybody. I'm like, they're all super nice. Their kids are adorable. The Belizean kids are so much fun as well. So it's been really cool to like get to know all the community. And so I've enjoyed that. Yeah. And also I've noticed too the blood sugars too. But it just stinks. A lot of people don't have access to like the care that they need. Or it's too expensive. And so like a lot of basic things that are important to take care of conditions like diabetes and stuff they just don't have. So I hope that with our education and other things we can really provide them with the resources that they need. But yeah, it's been cool.
But it's been awesome meeting the people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're friendly and awesome. Yeah.
Well,
Makes us feel at home here.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting the both of you, Miss Debbie, Miss Chantal. Oh,
Yeah,
I forgot.
better take that off of you.
I forgot this was even on me.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you guys so much for what you do.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you guys taking the time out for being here.
Yeah.
I learned a lot, and I hope you guys continue doing what you're doing.
We do.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Debbie and Miss Chantel, all right? They love our little kids. The kids are wonderful here in Belize, all right? And you also heard that, people are up from 4 a.m. catching the bus, that we have a lot of guests coming in from out district who want to be a part of this experience. So she was shocked to hear how early they come to make sure that they are a part of this experience. So we're inviting you to make sure before you leave, before Thursday, when the team wrap up, that you get to be a part of this experience too. So Cliff has been doing a good job with sharing what's happening with the boots, the health boots, how your process. But we want to actually hear from some of the patients and guests that have been visiting and what their experience has been so far. We know that it's not perfect. You have to wait. It's not as pleasant as you want to be. But that's a part of, a health clinic. But we do our best to make them comfortable. So I'm going to go back to you, Cliff. And then we'll hear from Mr. Thomas Card. He's one of our local patients and visitors. And he'll just share a little bit about what it's been like being a part of this experience and the benefits of it, right? So back to you, Cliff.
All right, so today we have done some interviews with those who are leading out in the expo, but today we want to take some time out to talk to those who have been here and experiencing the expo. And today I'm joined with
Thomas Card.
Mr. Thomas Card. Mr. Card, can you tell us about how long you have been here? Like, at what time that you got here?
I got here about 8:30 this morning.
All right, 8:30, and we're already in the afternoon, so it's been a long time that you've been here.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me about what all you have been experiencing while you were here?
Well, as I reached in this morning, they checked my blood pressure, my diabetes, and everything was normal.
Oh, wow.
So that they gave me the okay that I could see the dentist
Oh, wow.
and get some filling done. So that's what I'm waiting on right now.
Oh, so as the doctors have told you that everything is at a normal state.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's always good news to hear.
Yeah.
Were you worried about coming here today that you might hear something that you didn't want to hear?
Not really.
As you came in knowing that you would hear good news?
Yeah, I believe that.
I believe that you're good news.
Yeah.
Now, what is one thing that after you're done here today that you can say, man, I was glad I came here today?
Well, that I accomplished something good today.
Oh, wow. What was that?
I came what I accomplished to do. I had an idea what I wanted to get done, and I'm getting it done. So
wow.
I'm happy with that.
So you're happy you came here on a mission, you got it done?
And I accomplished my mission.
All right. And now you can say, you know what, I'm glad.
Yeah, thanks to God.
Yes, I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Well, I think, is there any kind of inspiring message that you would like to tell the people who have not come here today, or did not come today?
Well, I'll tell them come out and give it a try.
Yeah.
It's something worthwhile.
Yeah, I agree, because I was looking and seeing that there were many people.
Yes.
And would you suggest that they come early?
Yeah, those they come early, and even if they come late, everybody still be accepted.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that they'll be treated the same way that you were today.
Yeah.
Because speaking to some of them,
With
they were
love.
very friendly.
Yeah.
They had a lot of love to give.
Yes.
But thank you, Mr. Card, for giving a little bit of your time. It was wonderful to hear about your experience. I think it would be an inspiration to all those who are listening as well.
Sure, no problem.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Card.
Thank you too.
To have had you, Mr. Thomas, and we're glad that you're getting through with your health condition, right? So he said that yes, you have to wait a little bit, but it was definitely worth the wait, that he came here to do what he wanted to do, and that's being accomplished. So that's one of the benefits for him being a part of this experience, right? So guys, I'm encouraging you, don't sit on this opportunity. This is one of not the best, but you have heard from the doctors, the international doctors that have been doing health expos and clinics, that this has been a relatively smooth experience from them logistically. And so as much as possible, if you have a particular issue that you're interested in getting a consultation for, looking into, maybe it requires just a lifestyle change, make sure that you're a part of this experience and that you benefit from this opportunity as well. This is for you, right? We want to hear from another local this time. So we've heard from a male. We were concerned that we would not be seeing our males coming in. So thank you, Mr. Thomas, for taking advantage of the opportunity and paying attention and being self-aware that even as men, we have to take care of our bodies as well. And so we're going to go back and we're going to hear from a female, a young lady, and what her experience has been as well. So back to you, Cliff. Let's hear from Sister Kiran Garbut.
All right, now we are joined with another one of our visitors today, but she's no stranger to me.
Yeah,
Hey,
no
Kiran.
stranger here, coming here to visit, see what's going on.
Yeah, so what have you been seeing today?
Well, when I came here, I see a lot of people outside, so I guess that little news report that went out yesterday evening was an excitement throughout Belize. So we saw a lot of people outside when we came this morning.
Yeah. So what kind of checkups did you do?
So this morning, right now, I'm just here to do dental thus far. When I came here, it seems as though a lot of people were excited, so a lot of people came to do that. So it was by the skin of my teeth I was able to get in and be able to visit the doctor here and do that. But it has been a blessing. Every so often we see different nurses coming around sharing information about, new starts and how we can get physically active.
You know, I was talking to one of the nurses earlier, and then we noticed that the waiting area is getting full, and I think that's when he decided to do some little interaction with all of you. So what all interaction did the nurses do with you all the way?
Well, when we were sitting in the waiting area, we had a nurse that came and had us do some exercise while sitting down. So it kind of helped us to know that even when we're at our desk and we're doing our work, we can have our little feet going, our little hands going, so we can get in a little exercise. But it has been really good.
All right. What is one thing that you'd hope for that after you done today, you say, yeah, I'm really glad I come?
One thing I am hoping for, honestly, I am looking forward to going over that side and getting a good back massage. I'm looking forward to that. So when I'm finished from here, I'm hoping when I leave here, I can leave feeling much better physically.
I have heard a lot of people give their compliments to the different masseuses.
Okay, that's good. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, and well, I know, but I have seen some of them in action, and trust me, seeing how the people react to them, it's
top notch.
Yes. So when you finish from here, you better make sure, because everyone wants a massage.
Most definitely.
Yes. And is there anything you want to tell to the people listening?
Well, to the people, I want to say come out early.
Yes.
Come out as early as possible so that you can take full advantage of the care that is being provided. They came all the way here to provide us with care, so take full advantage of it.
Free.
Free, completely free.
You have to stress the word there.
Yes,
free.
completely free. So come out and take advantage of the opportunity.
Yes. So thank you, Kiran.
Thank you,
I
Cliff.
hope you get a massage.
I'm looking forward to
I
it.
hope you get a massage. All right.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you, Cliff, so much. You're so good with the guests and the patients here. I want to thank Sister Kiran for being a part of that interview as well. So you've heard from the patients that this has been a blessing for them. I have with me Pastor Davis. He is the president of our Belize Central Mission, and he has played such a crucial role in organizing this event. So I want to ask you, Pastor, what was the inspiration, or what had to happen for this very successful effort to be possible, that as Belizeans we're experiencing this benefit here today?
Well, thanks for the interview. Thanks for having me here. I know I am always behind the scene, but today they catch me. Okay, well, first of all, we wanted from last year to have a fellowship day. And we, as administration, we were working on it, how to have a fellowship day, how to bring our brethren together. And we started thinking, and let's bring a special guest or a singer, somebody to boost up that fellowship day. And we thought, and talking to a friend, he mentioned, do you know that Amazing Facts was in a certain country? And I have the contact of someone there. I said, really? And that's how I called, and I got through with the contact, and they said they will get back to me. I thought they will get back to me, but that will never happen, right?
Wow.
However, to my surprise, I received a call a couple of days after, and they said, look, we want to come to Belize. I said, am I hearing correctly?
Right.
They say, yes, we want to come. So we start to make the different preparation, and they give us a date when they are coming to see what they can do, and they really came.
Amen. So such humble inspiration that turned out to be such an amazing opportunity. Every year Seventh-day Adventists have what we call a fellowship day, where from across the districts we have our congregants come to fellowship and to worship at one single place. Every Sabbath our churches are open in the different districts, in the different zones, but there's one time in the year where we all come together. And so for this to have been a preliminary experience to bring everybody together is definitely a huge blessing that we receive, this experience.
And after we have the personnel from Amazing Facts coming in and explaining us what they wanted to do, then our perspective start to grow and grow. And finally, we had to go to the union and say, look, I don't think we alone can manage this.
All right.
And we alone cannot fill this place. They wanted this place. They wanted to bring this, medical. They want to bring construction, painting, VBS, and training. I say, oh, this needs to be shared with the whole country,
union.
with other two missions. And that's how, little by little, at the beginning, because of expenses and all those things, they didn't want to jump in because they had to put some finance
challenges.
So
in place.
we started. We went ahead, but with the faith and the hope that the other two missions would join us. And after the changes came, Pastor Powell came on board, Dr. Sarayda came. I said, thank you, Jesus. I had someone to help me with the medical. I had someone to to bring the union together, and that's how we
Right.
have this event today.
So this was not an easy endeavor.
No. Ooh, it took us like 6 months to have this thing. From 6 months ago, we start planning this.
Lots of planning. Well, we're
Yeah.
so grateful you took that time and that we, like you said, by the grace of God, with the prayers and, with faith, that it was able to come to this point where we have, I believe, a very successful experience happening here.
Yes, and we want to thank our volunteers that really, we couldn't do it without them. They just give it all. They were not just expecting anything. Many times we could not even prepare food to give them, but they were still here and, giving more than what we were expected. And we are so grateful to all those who have supported ATN and all the different support from the government, from
Right.
Ministry of Health, and also from our colleagues from across the board, even from the community we have, from businesses. They supported us. We sent out letters. They gave donations, and they gave different support so that this could be a really combined effort and a
Definitely.
blessing to the Belizean community.
Definitely. Holistic is the word, for this endeavor. And then you mentioned, Pastor, that when you brought the team on board, or when they were invited and accepted, that they came to do just more than the medical missionary. They came to do construction and training. In fact, as we speak, there is a 3-day training at the Biltmore. We haven't been able to cover that, but stay tuned with us. Tomorrow we'll cover what has been happening there.
2 days, the training is planned for 2 days. Tuesday was the first day, 3 hours on Tuesday, and another 3 hours on Wednesday.
All right. And so this has been an effort to target. So here we're targeting the patients and those with medical issues, but that effort is to target who?
Yeah, the training is especially for pastors, church leaders, lay people, and church officers.
Right.
All across the board, and members that would like to go at the Biltmore Hotel from 9 to 12 in the morning. Well, only one day is still pending. That would be Wednesday.
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow,
So we
Wednesday.
have biblical training as well for Bible study and for lay persons, because this is a holistic effort. And then we also have a team doing construction as well.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to hear a little bit more about that. But can you just introduce the effort that they're doing?
Yes, we have a team of construction that they are doing. They are building a church right now in Vista Del Mar area. The name of the church is Rock of My Salvation, recently organized last year.
Amen.
And also we have a team that are painting a school, and they are painting a church at the same time.
Amazing.
All right?
Amazing.
And that construction team, they are out there. I just went there at midday, and the sun was so hot, and they were there. We are enjoying the heat. And
right.
we're really happy for them. They are doing a great job.
So we'll be on site tomorrow to bring you more updates on what's happening with that construction team. All right. So thank you so much, Pastor. We're grateful that as the head, as the leader, that this has really been, at least for me, one of the first experience, for something at this level with such success. And so I'm glad that you were able to lead in this initiative.
Amen.
Right. So
Thanks for the interview, and sorry the phone can't stop ringing.
Right, this is the mark of a busy man.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go back to Cliff now. Cliff is busy at the back. We have our health competition that I had introduced yesterday, so I'm going to have him tell us about that. And we're going to look at some of the food, the dishes that were brought to be a part of the health competition. And so back to you, Cliff. We'll see what this entire initiative is about as well.
I am right here behind. As you can see, all these ladies here doing some work in the kitchen. So, and I'm joined by Mrs. Powell, and she's the one in charge of this area. So, Mrs. Powell, can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing here?
Oh, good morning, Belize.
Yes.
Well, we are doing a healthy dish competition.
Oh, wow.
So we promote it all across the country, and we have people bring in different recipes. So we have here, for instance, lasagna made with zucchini.
Ooh.
We have fritas made with chickpeas and cocoa. We have vegetarian tamale.
Wow.
And we have porridge made with grains, ancient grains. So it's still called oats, barley, millet, amaranth, and different grains.
Wow.
Quinoa. And they brought the recipes and how they make it. So what we try, and we have a soup also, a black-eyed peas soup.
Oh, wow.
So what we're trying to do is encourage people to eat more healthy options. and give them variety and show them that they can be creative in the kitchen. And especially those that want to lose weight or have problems with diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, they can try eating more healthy so they can reduce all these chronic diseases.
How I noticed that there are many of us who want to try and eat healthy, but they find it difficult to go from what they used to eat to what they know is good to eat. So, how is there any way that people can help in that transition?
Yes, we have to go gradually. That's why we are doing this competition, because the best dishes that people have passed through here and they say, oh, I love how you made that lasagna, I love the tamal, I give it a 10, or I give it a 9 or a 15. So we're choosing the best dishes and people already try it, so we can teach them how to cook them. Later on, we plan to do cooking classes. So we can invite the same people that won these prizes, so they can teach us how they make it, and people can go gradually changing their diet until they change to a more healthy diet.
Yes. Well, I know some people like to say when it's things that they're not used to, they're unsure about the taste. But I notice you have for me to taste, so I'll be the judge of that today.
Oh, please do.
Yes, so I'll start off with the
Fritas.
chickpea.
Fritas, yeah, chickpeas.
Chickpea, all right.
So it's just this one here.
It's not as bad as I would think. I think the tomato sauce, that's the tomato sauce, yes, it really enhances the fritters, yes.
Okay.
Because, I hope I'm doing this right, the fritters, it doesn't have much of a strong taste. And so the tomato helps bring out the hidden flavors that were in the fritters already. So it's not something that is immediately striking. The fritters alone isn't immediately striking, so it won't easily be, oh, I don't like that. It doesn't strike you at first. But the tomato really brings out the taste of it, so it makes it more flavorful. I don't want to rate these dishes because I don't want anyone to say, I gave them a not so favorable result, or I gave them one too high. So let's try this zucchini. Is it zucchini?
Zucchini lasagna.
Oh, I thought it was eggplant at first.
No,
my mother is a
lasagna.
fan of eggplant, zucchinis. She's been, doing a lot of zucchini recipes lately.
Okay,
She tried zucchini bread and zucchini patties. Yes.
I have tried zucchini bread in Belize, and it's delicious. It tastes better than a cake.
Wow.
It is really delicious.
Now I will. Well, let's use the zucchini. Let me taste it by itself.
But I find it Belizeans are very creative, eh? Very creative.
Yes, we are. Wow, we don't tip.
How you like the lasagna made with zucchini?
I want to try and get. Is that kalaloo?
Yeah, kalaloo too. Kalaloo and zucchini.
Wow, well.
Let me give you a napkin. So.
Thank you. Wow. Wasn't what I was expecting. The eggplant and zucchini, just like they don't have much flavor to add. But I think the tomatoes and I think some spices are in there are really enhancing the flavor. I think the acidity of the tomato is really enhancing the subtle flavors of the zucchini and the kalaloo.
Oh, great.
They're really doing job. I think I need to have another taste to make sure.
All of it.
Yes.
What we're trying to encourage is people to eat more vegetables, more fruits, more grains, and more nuts.
No. The taste is very, 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 very good.
You like it?
I do like the taste.
It passed the test.
Well, it did pass the test, yes.
Okay.
I noticed it has a nice little spicy kick afterwards, and it goes down, has a nice spicy kick.
Excellent.
Yes. I do say I prefer this one over over the fritters.
Okay.
Maybe just because this has a little bit more flavor to it.
Excellent.
The chickpea is like something you put on the side, while lasagna is, of course, amazing. So they really try to make sure.
Good entry.
Yes.
Excellent.
And now
here is the tamales.
Tamales. Now, every Belizean loves tamales.
Oh, yes.
I have never met a Belizean that does not like tamales. But they are picky about where the tamales comes from.
Okay.
They say if it wasn't made by this person, then they don't like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so each person has their own flavor.
Yes.
Their own seasonings, how they make it.
Each person has a different way of making it. All right.
Okay. All right. Got it.
All right. Let's see Ooh, I love that inside. The color has a nice color. I noticed that they really went all in with the vegetables. I think that's. Let me put it up here. I think that's corn, string beans, tomato. Is that Kalalo
Let
again?
me invite the person who made it.
Yes.
Sister Gillet, please come and tell us how did you make this tamal?
Yes, this is.
We are recording.
I am not the maker of the tamal. They call it boyas.
Oh.
yeah.
Because the outside is the harder one, not the soft one.
This is the harder leaf.
This one, this here.
Uh huh.
Oh, the cover,
the corn.
culture.
Corn.
Yes.
The corn is prepared and in Kaya they differentiate.
Oh.
So with that one, they would parboil the chaya.
Oh.
You know what's chaya?
No.
I have heard of it, but I haven't heard a good explanation of what it is.
All right, so you might need it's one of the
Oh, it's cocoyam.
yeah.
It's
Oh.
Chaya. That's you made the tamales with this.
Yes, into the so
In
it
the
helps
corn.
it,
Oh,
in the
in the-
corn. It helps
oh.
to add nutrients.
Oh, that's what I'm seeing.
That's what you're
yes.
seeing there.
Okay.
And then all the vegetables, you just saute the vegetables. You take some of the same masa, it's called
The corn
same
masa.
corn, yeah, and you cook it down, season it well, and that's it.
Wow.
Oh wow.
You know the good thing, if you are not here to try, don't worry because we plan to come to your region and teach you how to make these good
Yes.
things. So Miss Gillette will come with us and we will teach you how to make it.
All
So
right,
when
so-
you hear cooking class coming around, don't miss it.
All right,
Don't
I'm
miss
trying
it.
to get as much of it as I can.
Everybody who passed this station love the tamales and the lasagna and the fritas.
Yeah. This is
It is good.
yeah. If you would walk in expecting it to be like the tamales that you normally eat, you would be very, how would I say, you would react differently because this is not what I was expecting from a tamales.
Oh,
Yes.
so it fulfilled your expectations.
I think it passed my expectations.
Wow.
So does
Looking
that
at the
help with the tamales?
yes, looking at the different vegetables, you'd probably turn away a bit, but when you actually taste it, you see how it all blends together nicely.
So
That's
in the call, they added, I think you had cabbage and corn and
Cabbage as
bean.
well?
Cabbage. I'm
Wow.
not sure, but they should have had
I
cabbage.
think I saw cabbage.
And
Yes, I see.
green
beans,
green beans,
corn.
and you could add anything that you want to the call
Wow.
to help to enrichen it.
Wow.
So
Thank
you get a
so
good balanced
much.
meal
Everybody
there
like your
without-
tamal.
Thank you.
Yes. These are great tamales. I love it. Like I said,
The
there's
maker would love to hear that.
there's no Belizean that doesn't like tamales.
Okay,
There's no Belize-
one thing with Belize though, we have a lot of obesity here and we have diabetes.
Well,
So
that's-
what we're trying to do here is use the same dishes that you like and make a healthier version. And that's exactly what happened with this tamal. It's still your tamal that you love, but we add something to make it
Yes.
healthier. So if you have diabetes, you can still eat this tamal because it won't make you sick. Or if you're trying to lose weight, because of the amount of fiber that this tamal has, it will help you to keep your weight
Wow.
and to manage diabetes.
This is
So
very
that's
good
the
tamale.
purpose of this competition. We're trying to make Belizeans cook the traditional dishes, but
With a
with a healthier
Yeah.
turn to it.
And now I'm looking at the porridge.
Oh, this is porridge. That's
Yes.
a breakfast dish.
It's not porridge is not something that I typically
you can do-
enjoy.
Okay.
So I might be biased about how it tastes.
Okay.
Well, the
I
goal
like
is
your
to
transparency.
the goal is to subvert my expectations. So
Okay.
let's go. Tiny taste. It's not very sweet. That's a good sign because I prefer mine sweet because I don't like the taste of oats.
Okay.
So far it's not turning me away. I think in terms of taste, this isn't something that I would personally enjoy, but my mother is a huge fan of oats and I think this would be her
Okay.
go-to dish. 'Cause
I
I'm-
like that. That's why we have variety because not everybody likes porridge, but you like tamales.
Yes, I really enjoy the tamales.
Yes.
I think for me, because I'm already used to eating oats with sugar, so the fact it has no sugar is already
Okay,
Turn me
well,
away.
with this porridge,
Yes.
this has a purpose. This porridge is made with ancient grains.
Mhm.
We have here barley, we have millet, we have quinoa, we have farro, we have amaranth, and the thing is, and it's still called oats. So you can use any one by itself, or you can mix two, or you can mix three or four, whatever.
Oh, wow.
But the beauty about these ancient grains is that they have a lot of fiber.
Oh, wow.
So it won't give you a sugar spike.
Oh.
When you eat this porridge, it make you full the whole day.
Oh.
Sometimes 3 o'clock and you're still not hungry.
Wow.
Because the sugar is released slowly, slowly into the bloodstream, so you don't have a sugar rush, but it fills you because of the fiber. So that's what we want for people that have diabetes and obesity.
Yes.
That will help you to control your sugar. So diabetes is a recipe for diabetes.
Yeah. So I would say that for people who, I would say they're always on the move, they don't have the time to sit down and eat, this would be something for them.
And also for children who go to school,
Ah.
because they will be, if you give them a good porridge in the morning, and how we did the porridge, we put this in a crock pot overnight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
And then next morning, you already have a porridge ready. You just add coconut milk,
Ooh.
which is just $1 for a big coconut. Just do the coconut milk, add it to it, and you can add the sugar that you want. I don't eat sugar.
Okay.
That's why I didn't put too much
Yeah.
sugar. But if you eat sugar, you can put a little more as a seasoning. And also cinnamon,
Ooh,
cloves,
yes.
and nutmeg, and
Vanilla,
vanilla.
yes.
And that's it.
Wow.
Very easy to make. Good for moms who are breastfeeding also.
Oh, wow.
It's very good for moms who are breastfeeding. And it's also good for children who are growing.
And now we come to the final one.
Oh, that's the soup.
Oh, this is the soup.
I'm
Oh.
sorry. You had given you the porridge before.
No, no, no. Well, everyone loves a nice soup. What is it
It's
made out of?
made of black eyed peas.
Oh, black eye. Oh, okay.
If you want, you can take the dumpling from the top.
Oh, I will.
So, really that one.
There we go. Oh, that's ground food cocoa. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, we encouraging people to eat more ground foods.
You know,
and
many
less
people,
flours.
many of us would look at this and say, this doesn't belong in this kind of soup. This would be on top of our rice or in our rice, but not in a soup like this. So we shall see if it. It's not as bad as I was expecting.
I
It's
like
not-
his expressions.
It's not as bad as I was
Like your
expecting.
expression.
Because I'm already used to beans with rice, or tortilla and beans, but not beans
No, in a soup.
in a
Like
soup.
Okay.
This is compared to everything I've eaten. This is the most left field thing I've ever tried.
Okay.
Way past what I was expecting. But the taste is not so bad. It's enjoyable. Yeah.
All right. So we have they have the soup right there. So you think it passed?
Yes.
Now, of all of the dishes you try here, which one would you try to eat it at home, maybe in the future? You can pick one.
Oh, I'm having a tough time between. I think it's no mystery to see that I prefer these two more.
Okay.
But as much as I love this tamales, I have to go with the zucchini lasagna.
Okay.
Something about the zucchini lasagna is sticking out to me more.
Okay.
As much as I really enjoy this tamales, I think this is the one that takes it home for me.
Excellent.
This is the one that,
Okay.
yes.
Excellent.
I think too is that this one is, how do I say, a little bit more easier to make compared to tamales. So this would be, you come home, you just put it together quicker. Then the tamales have to know a little bit of knowledge of how to work the corn and stuff. But this, I think this would be my go-to meal.
Excellent.
I really
Thank you for your
enjoyed this
opinion.
zucchini callaloo lasagna.
Excellent.
Wow.
Thank you. We're trying to encourage
Yes.
people to eat for at least the recommended guidelines by the Nutritional Association of the United States.
Uh-huh.
Is 5 vegetables
Wow.
and fruits
Wow.
per day. That's the minimum.
Ooh.
And we are not eating that in Belize, neither in other countries, and that's why we are having so much an epidemic of obesity. So if you have your five fruits and 5 vegetables, like if you eat a meal like this, you already fulfill your quota for the day. And then the grains have the fiber.
Yeah.
So this is a good meal to lose weight, to control diabetes, to lower cholesterol, and to lower your high blood pressure.
Oh, wow. I really enjoyed being the taste tester, but I think the people would love to taste these too as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so they have to watch, of course, to know the recipes. And when they have the cooking class, they can always sign up.
Oh, please, when you hear cooking class coming around, make sure you don't
Yes.
miss it. Yes,
Yes.
we will be teaching cooking classes for children and
Oh,
for adults.
wow. Oh, wow.
And we will ask all the Belizeans to start thinking what recipes pass the test already in your home that is healthy,
Yes.
so you can share it with us,
Yes.
and we can teach it to everybody.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Mrs. Powell. I really enjoyed tasting
Thank
these.
you.
And continue the work of, I think food is one of the most central things everyone loves.
I know.
And putting it in a way that is more, presentable, and you're trying to present it healthy, but in such a nice way, it's really going to hit home to some people. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so much for being here.
So Cliff is having so much more fun than I am, right? He got to taste all the food. He's one of the judge. Cliff said it's not as bad as I was expecting. But he has officially dispelled the myth that healthy food is not good or nice food, right? So he was pretty surprised by how amazing the dishes were. And you can be a part of this competition as well. So we're here Wednesday and Thursday. So you have 2 more days. If you have this recipe that you know is awesome, Sister Zoraida, Dr. Powell said that Belizeans are creative, so she really enjoyed the food and what we've been doing to make sure that we incorporate, healthy food in our diet. And so if you have a vegetarian diet, I remember on the flyer that it said no meat, no eggs, no dairy. Put together your recipe. You can bring it on the day you come. Bring it in the morning between 9 and 2. We have judges around the clock. Just make sure that when you bring it, the food is hot, and then we can get one of our judges to test it. And then we have 3 prizes every day. All right. So she said the prizes are a surprise and surprises. So you can be a part of this food competition, which is also raising awareness, right? So a lot is happening here at the Belize Civic Center at our Health Expo. And again, you're invited to be a part of it tomorrow and Thursday. Don't miss the opportunity to come. Even if you want to bring your children, maybe to come and do a little walkthrough at the different booths. Hopefully tomorrow we get to see what's happening at the massage booth. So even if you don't want to wait in line to see a doctor, there are some services that you can come in and you can get access to right away. And so there's a space for everybody, children, the young, the elderly. We have services here for everyone. All right. So I just want to remind you that if you're interested in coming and you're not sure maybe if your condition is something that we'll be able to look at, that the number to call the number to call, is 223-0543. 223-0543. We'll be here Wednesday and Thursday. Again, tomorrow we'll bring you more updates, okay? Tomorrow we'll be on the ground looking at what's the construction being done by the missionary team there in Ladyville. We want to get some more information about the training happening at the Biltmore Hotel as well. And then we also want to hear from a couple more locals about their experience that they're having. And then what to expect for our big fellowship day on Sabbath. So stay with us. Join us again tomorrow. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube page. And if you're on Facebook, to share this video and tell somebody about what's happening so they can be a part of it too. Thank you for joining us here at the Belize Adventist Television Network. I am Tracy Villamil. It's been a pleasure being your host. Thank you, Clifford Perfy, so much, our co-host, for walking us through today's activities. So once again, thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.